The Salsa Analysis. A true recipe for a true critic.
Salsa Analysis.
We all know the tomato meter. One score to rate them all. Most review systems try to summarize an entire story with one number. They point to a screen and declare that an experience was a 7.3 out of 10. It is an attempt to force a qualitative, emotional journey into a tiny, quantitative box. A decimal point tells you absolutely nothing about the texture of the art. Two people can give a movie the exact same score for entirely opposite reasons. One loved the action but hated the dialogue, the other was mesmerized by the cinematography but bored by the pacing. The numbers are identical, but the experiences are opposites. Algorithms try to flatten our tastes into generic metrics. But stories aren't numbers. Stories are recipes. You do not judge a bowl of salsa by pulling out a single chunk of tomato, tasting it, and scoring the entire experience based on that one bite. You judge salsa by how every single ingredient works together. You look at how the acidity of the base balances the bite of the aromatics, how the heat hits your tongue, and how a pinch of salt brings the whole composition into focus. Art functions under the same laws. Two stories can be completely excellent while having entirely different recipes. One might be a slow, methodical character study. Another is a high-octane thriller. They do not need to accomplish the same goals, they just need to master their own ingredients. Welcome to the Salsa Analysis, a language for discussing storytelling, not a system for passing arbitrary scores. The framework is built upon 7 core ingredients. Tomato, or the narrative foundation, which dictates plot mechanics, pacing, coherence, and setup and payoff mechanics. Oil for smoothness. The ease of execution. In film, it is invisible editing, natural acting, and seamless transitions. In a book, it is the readability and flow of the prose. Without it, the experience feels rough and awkward. Garlic for boldness and identity. The willingness to take creative risks and establish an undeniable voice. Strong garlic means you would recognize the story even if the title were completely stripped away. Parsley, the detail and care. The someone cared factor. It is not about a massive budget, but about artistic intentionality, rich world building, and small, handcrafted choices. Onion, or emotional depth. The measure of vulnerability and weight. A strong onion leaves a lasting emotional mark. It is often a delayed impact, the emotional echo that hits you hours or days later while you are driving to work. Spice for excitement and tension. The heat dial of energy and stakes. No spice is dull. Too much spice is exhausting. Balanced spice keeps the momentum unpredictable and engaging. Salt is the payoff. Did the ending justify the journey? Salt handles resolution and final satisfaction. Without it, the ending feels empty or unresolved. Let's make some salsa. If we take Ron Howard's 1995 film Apollo 13, we see it got a rating of 7.7 out of 10 with 340,000 votes on IMDb. And a 92% on the tomato meter. But what makes this film a good film? How was the tomato? Strong. Built on a perfectly paced, clean historical timeline. The oil. Flawless. A frictionless glide between the claustrophobia of space and mission control. What about the garlic? Bold. An unwavering commitment to procedural realism without manufactured Hollywood drama. Was it parsley fresh? Yes. It was off the charts. Exact functional replicas of modules and authentic technical jargon. And the onion for emotional depth? This one was only medium. Controlled human elements grounding the technical isolation. The spice? Masterful. Modulated tension built on the ticking clock of oxygen depletion, balanced with quiet valleys. And the payoff salt? Strong. We got immense catharsis the moment the parachutes open and the capsule splashes down. Apollo 13 works because it is a well-balanced, classic sauce. It does not need to be a bizarre, experimental film, it completely masters its specific procedural recipe. The ultimate utility of the salsa analysis is to fix the metrics. Most critics pull a random number out of thin air. Instead, we calculate a final score by evaluating the precise weight of each individual ingredient. If you just look at a raw, uncalibrated score, a movie might get a generic 6 out of 10. But under the salsa analysis, that number is a hard translation of a real experience. For Apollo 13, 5 tomatoes, 5 drops of oil, 3.5 cloves of garlic, 5 pinches of parsley, 3 cups of onion, 4.5 teaspoons of spice, and 5 salts for the payoff. For a total of 31 out of 35, or a good 88.6% of salsa success. Now, you know why that number exists. It is a film that took massive, bizarre risks and was filled with beautiful, handcrafted details, with a strong structural plot. With the scoring of the individual ingredients, the final number becomes a deeply accurate, transparent tool that manages expectations perfectly. If you are looking for a deeper review on what makes a story great, follow along this new series where I'll be implementing the salsa analysis to films and books, including a special section for indie authors, where I will personally be chopping and whipping up the perfect salsa analysis. Authors who score high get added to our campfire circle and be labeled as stories worth reading. So if you're an indie author, or you know one, go to digitalsin.pro to join the campfire. Leave a comment down below about what movie or books should be reviewed next. Adios!